Hi there, it's Saturday, December 14th. I'm Fenn Alvarado with your full weather details. High pressure in place, dominating through portions of the east and southern Ontario. That's good news. It means sunny skies. We'll talk about that in a second. Meanwhile, we're watching for some alpine snow and some strong wind gusts alongside rain through portions of British Columbia. We could even see some snow and some freezing rain through portions of Saskatchewan and in through Manitoba. We'll talk about that too. First, let's start our story off with this high pressure. Take a look at these icons here. Ottawa, Montreal, Halifax, sunny skies for you. Now, those temperatures, they're going to start warming up, but a different story for you in the prairies. Those temperatures are going to start cooling right down in the next couple of days with all of this Arctic air just absolutely sinking on down. Now, this high pressure I'm speaking of actually is breaking records for how high the pressure is, over 1,000 millibars, which I mentioned sunshine. Take a look at this little statistic. Montreal, 98 hours of sunshine you would typically see throughout this season. You've only seen upwards of 17 hours so far. So Saturday, that would be the day to head out as we don't have much cloud cover until at least Sunday. This high pressure here is just absolutely so strong. On the back end of this, once that cloud cover approaches, we could see some rain in through southern Ontario. Alongside, see this pink here? That could be some mixing of some freezing rain. So we're watching for some slick conditions on your Sunday in through Monday. Meanwhile, those temperatures I mentioned, check out Toronto's next 7-day forecast, up to 7 degrees on Monday. By Tuesday, 4 degrees, but you see that rain on the way. So with the good news, you have a little bit of unsettled conditions. Meanwhile, those temperatures absolutely plummeting to -20 on Tuesday in Saskatoon. Now let's take a look at that freezing rain and snow I mentioned for you in Manitoba and through Saskatchewan. So here's a look here from Weyburn to Yorkton. That's where you could experience some slick conditions. We're looking at some freezing rain for at least 3 hours. So it's a prolonged freezing rain event. We're not looking at power outages, but certainly be aware if you're traveling along the Yellowhead or the Trans-Canada Highway. On the back end, all of this swath of snow making its way through, but only upwards of about 10 centimeters through that Winnipeg area. Here's a look at this risk that we're watching for your Sunday, and here's a look at that snow I mentioned. Yes, 10 centimeters through Winnipeg and any places further west. You could also experience 10 centimeters as well. Now, as for Atlantic Canada, we're watching a little bit of snow for you throughout that northern portion of Newfoundland, Corner Brook, St. Anthony, but clearing out on your Sunday, that high pressure giving way to clear skies through the Maritimes. Here's how much snow you could experience through that Corner Brook area. Just a light dusting for you, upwards of 5 centimeters. So not too heavy, not back-breaking shovel type weather. Meanwhile, on the west coast, alpine snow I did mention, but really those wind gusts on Saturday ramping up through the straits, upwards of 100 kilometers an hour. Be aware that could warrant power outages alongside plenty of rain, upwards of 75 millimeters through the coast of Tofino. Meanwhile, through the lower mainland and interior, we're watching for upwards of 30 millimeters for you. Here's a look at this alpine snow we're watching. Just be aware if you're traveling through any high elevated areas. And here's a look at your temperatures. Vancouver, 8 degrees, Victoria, 10. And as we head into the prairies, -7 in Saskatoon, -5 in Regina. That's your forecast for Saturday.